Today we begin directly at the shop itself. Can you guess what we are going to eat today? Now I guess over here this gives somewhat of a clue of what we're going to eat tonight. But before that, before I reveal what we're going to eat today, let me tell you guys a little story that links to what we're going to eat today.
Ah, yes. How about a good old story? Something that will put us all to sleep. Screw that.
What?
Let me tell you about this particular dish that broke Japan. Not once, but twice. Talk about winning Powerball 2 times. How insanely possible would that be?
It's a miracle.
We begin with this. What has the Hanshin Tigers, Shohei Ohtani, artificial intelligence, or even the Japanese girl group Atarashi Gakko all have in common with what we are eating today? This, the Yuken Shingo Ryukogo Taisho. Wait, what? What's that? The Yuken Shingo Ryukogo Taisho is the Buzzword of the Year award that is celebrated annually in Japan. Now there, what's the buzz with this award all about? I know the Oscars just concluded. By the way, congratulations big guy, for finally winning its first Oscars for Best Visual Effects. However, the Yuken Shingo Ryukogo Taisho is no ordinary entertainment award. Founded in 1984, this yearly award is given to new words and buzzwords that have caught the awareness and senses of the Japanese general public. Over the course of an entire year, through highlighted expressions and nuances that gave birth to those new words, this award honors the person or organization that was deeply involved in the word. This award has since become synonymous with popular cultural trends that took over Japan. Announced at the beginning of December, there are 10 awardees every year. Some 2023 awardees include the word are, popularized by the Hanshin Tigers team manager Akinobu Okada. He uses the word are as an indirect reference to the Central League Baseball Championship that the team was aiming for. In addition, are was also used as an acronym, the team's English slogan, which stands for aim, respect, and empower. And sure enough, like a fairy tale ending, congratulations to the Hanshin Tigers for finally breaking the KFC curse and winning their first Japanese series in 38 years. Showtime is also honored this year with the ever-growing immense popularity of Dodgers DH Shohei Ohtani. Congratulations for being the highest paid player ever in Major League Baseball history. Other awardees include Seisei AI, which meant Generative Artificial Intelligence, which reflects the current global trend in the use of artificial intelligence. And also, the Atarashi Gakko no Riidatsu, a viral head-shaking choreography by Japanese girl group Atarashi Gakko, who is among 6 other awardees. Now hold up! What has it got to do with what we'll be eating today? Well, what we're eating today is the only food dish in the entire Buzzword Award history to ever been awarded with that honor. And this is it, the Motsunabe.
Look at this, guys. Woo! This is spicy miso flavor. Absolutely fantastic here. From what I can see here, definitely a few pieces of tofu. By the way, this is 2 persons portion. So you can order 1 person's portion actually, not an issue. What I can see is pieces of tofu, pieces of chives.
So, what exactly is Motsunabe? Essentially, Motsunabe is a hot pot. Motsu refers to all the internal organs of cows, pigs, chickens. Yep, before you go all puking and leave the video, stop. Hear me out. In particular, what is used in Motsunabe are the intestines of cows and pigs, and they are called offals.
What's the matter with you?
This is not gonna get any better, ain't it? Now, in the early days of Japan, offals was a discarded part in meat preparation and was termed horumon. Now, before you go all Pokemon on me, horumon in Japanese means something to throw away. However, this something to throw away gained new life and use during the famine days of the Showa period because people were struggling to find food to eat. Fukuoka coal miners especially found new use for the offals and began cooking them in nabe hot pots. Now, little did those Fukuoka coal miners knew at that point in time, offals are actually extremely nutritious, and due to its nature, it was very cheap. Offals became a valuable source of vitality to support the coal miners and their hard labor, hence giving Motsunabe the stamina cuisine title. With the flourishing of people and passing of time, from the simple humble beginnings of just adding chives to Motsunabe, ingredients such as sesame oil, chili peppers, green onions, and other wide options were being added as well. Hence, the modern Motsunabe was born.
I'm gonna try the tofu first. Oh, the tofu is... the texture is really interesting. It's not too soft. You know, it's still pretty solid here. Oh, it's sizzling hot, piping hot here. Headlines, spicy miso soup. It's not spicy at all. Easy. So if you really like to try the spicy miso soup, go ahead. No issues here. Have a look at this, the intestines right here. Fantastic, isn't it? Very fresh, very clean. Okay.
Now you might be wondering, what's the taste of beef intestine like? Well, for one, it definitely tastes more delicious than it sounds. Think of chewiness of gummy bears, plus softness of mochi with a hint of sweetness from the beef.
Alright guys, I'm gonna pick up more ingredients. I'd like to pick up some cabbage. Oh, look at the sweet cabbage here. Fantastic. More intestines, gizzards. Oh, maybe more tofu. I'm gonna have another tofu here. Okay, let's go. The cabbage is really sweet, really crunchy, very fresh. Natural sweetness from the cabbage. Oh, by the way, I just remembered one thing. If you ever eat yakiniku in Japan, you got to try their cabbage side dish. Fantastic thing. They'll serve you. It's not cooked at all. Definitely washed, but it's very sweet. Oh my goodness. Fantastic way to start a yakiniku set. Likewise for here, the cabbage I'm tasting here, very sweet, very fresh. You know, currently, it's winter in Japan. Oh, having Motsunabe right now in the evening. Oh, it just warms the soul. I'm gonna try something unique that I can see right here. This is burdock. Have you guys eaten burdock before? Now, burdock is a really sweet root, very juicy. The taste-wise, it's actually pretty interesting. It has a creamy-like taste, somewhat like a mix of eggplant and potato. You know, a really interesting sensation. But very sweet. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna go for some of the chives. Look at the luscious chives. Fantastic, isn't it? Together with the spicy miso. So it seems like majority of the ingredients we have covered pretty much. You know, you have cabbage, you have your innards, you have chives, you have the buttocks. Oh, that's about it. And you have tofus. From the menu I saw earlier, you definitely can add a lot more side dishes. Alright, this is the side dish menu. You can see over here, many selection. Let me give you an introduction of what they are, especially the recommended list or the recommended items here. Over here, the first one. Right, the first one over here. This is actually kampachi, which is your amberjack. Right, your amberjack here. Thereafter, you can also order wagyu over here. Then afterwards, you have various beefs and it's different innards, so and so forth. Over here as well, yeah, they also have pickled celery. As you can see, pickled celery over here. Mentaiko. And lastly over here, for ladies, apparently, one of the most ordered side dish item by ladies is actually cheese tofu. Many side dishes for you to order to complete your Motsunabe. So if you really want to go big in this, no problems here.
From Fukuoka, Motsunabe was brought to Tokyo in the early 1990s. And given how it was so affordable and filling, it immediately became a hit. To top all of that off, it was also very delicious with flexible choices from a large variety of ingredients to choose from. And coupled that Motsunabe goes really well with alcohol, the Motsunabe craze exploded and started trending aggressively, especially amongst office workers at that time. Motsunabe became so viral and its trend was so great that Motsunabe, the word, was chosen for the 1992 Buzzword Award. As if being viral in Japan once wasn't good enough, Motsunabe began trending and went viral again in the early 2000s. This time, it became popular among young women. The reason for this is that Motsunabe is very rich in collagen due to the offals in it, and it also contains plenty of vegetables, hence, Motsunabe is seen as a dish that is good for beauty and the body. And from this popularity, Motsunabe became a staple dish nationwide in Japan. In your walks along the streets of Japan, do keep a lookout, and you will not fail to find a shop that sells Motsunabe right around the corner.
If you're really interested in Motsunabe, see what I'm eating right now, definitely you should come to ROCCASHA, Why? Because this is one of the most famous Motsunabe shop here in Fukuoka. They have no other branches, it is only at this particular place. Address down in the description below. Service here is spectacular. Honestly, I'm not kidding. When I come in here my first time, they served me really well, explained to me various stuff over here, how it works, how to order, so on and so forth, their personal recommendations. As you can see here from the background, really bustling. There are many people here. What a perfect night out, especially in the middle of winter. Oh, really great food, great service, great atmosphere. Oh, just wonderful night here. Definitely come to ROCCASHA if you're in Fukuoka and really very interested in Motsunabe. Definitely, you should try. The spicy miso soup, honestly speaking, it's not spicy for me. Maybe because I'm Singaporean and we are accustomed to way spicier stuff. But in my opinion, someone who is hesitant about spiciness, no worries. This is fine, definitely, no problem. The soup is really consistent in its flavor all the way through, from the top all the way to the bottom. The essence, you could call it this the broth, full of the umami flavor here. The spiciness together with the umami flavor. Oh, it's just consistent all the way through. And the amount of food you're getting, oh my goodness. Yeah, I ordered for 2, but in my opinion, this is like for 3. So if you're worried, whether if you order for 1, is it going to be not enough? No such worries. You'll definitely be full at the end of the day. Fantastic here. The ingredients are all fresh. Woo! Go ham, guys, go ham. We are done. At this stage, you might be wondering, is there anything to be done to the broth or the soup right here? You don't really want to waste all of this broth, right? You actually have a couple of choices to finish this particular broth. Number 1, you can actually order ramen to mix together with the broth and finish up the broth. Number 2, you could also order rice, make this a porridge-like kind of dish to finish up the broth. Or you can even order more side dish to finish up everything. So you have 3 choices. Wonderful, isn't it? So you can imagine if you have a party of 2 or more, oh my goodness, the meal can be a really long one, a really enjoyable one especially as well. I hope this crash course on Motsunabe has been a really interesting one and delicious one for you. Now also in addition, as I mentioned, what you can do to the remaining broth, based on the staff recommendation, he was telling me that if you choose a shoyu base for your Motsunabe, it's good to order rice to finish off the broth, as the shoyu base will go really well with the rice to create a porridge. And he was saying if you have a miso base for your Motsunabe, best to go ramen noodles. He said you won't go wrong with that. Best to go ramen noodles for miso based Motsunabe. He said the ramen will taste fantastic. Yeah, so pointers for you to consider when you're having Motsunabe and what to do with the broth towards the end. Yep, so this is it guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Do like the video and do subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.